And Dukran Karane. That's part of the Sanskrit grammar. So first person, second person, third person, singular, plural, past tense, present tense is a different words for that, and they are so difficult that they have to be memorized. And his observation was that he was an elderly man, and in this juncture he's trying to learn this grammar. He's better off learning, going to the spiritual studies. So there is no end to the sciences that we have here, whether it's geology or cosmetology or any science. All those sciences are objective sciences. They deal with the world outside. And the more you dwell into it, the less it is. But to know yourself, to know Atma, we have to delve inside. And the objective science, there is no method using the objective science to know the inner self. It's as simple as that. As if you're taking a gastroscope and putting it inside to look at yourself, who am I? But that also is a science. So Vedanta is a science dealing with the self. And how do we go about knowing that? We have to go through our pramanas. Pramanas are instruments of teaching. Now, there are so many types of pramanas we have in the external world. For instance, if something happens, if there's a robbery, and you happen to see it, so that is by using your five senses, you can say, well, I saw it, well, I heard it, well, I smelled it, well, I felt it. And then there are 5, 6 other ways of trying to know what happened in the external world. You don't see a fire, but if you see the smoke, you can make an assessment that there is a fire. And some witness can tell us, All these are different ways of trying to establish the facts based on our senses. How do we establish ourselves? None of the sciences can ever tell us. So I'm not going to go into the depth of pramana. Pramanas are one of the instruments. I'm using the word instruments, but logically that we can analyze and come to the conclusion that our real nature is Atma, which is same as Brahman, Tattvamasi or Aham Brahmasi. So that's what it is. And then the second part that we should know, that human beings are essentially seeking, not intentionally, unintentionally, intrinsically, going in 4 directions. They want to be happy. And they think by going through pleasures of the universe that that is happiness. But pleasure is a sensory experience. Happiness is state, not of the mind, but state of the Atma, of yourself, that you are fulfilled. So then you go outside and try something in the objective world. Yes, you can be happy for some time, but then transient. Then the human being wants to remain secure, seeking securities. So the thousands of years back, people used to, the cavemen, they used to live in the cave. Why did they live in the trees like one? No, they want security. They started family. So you are seeking your seeking happiness, you are seeking security, and you are seeking some sort of dharma or value system or order so you can really survive. And that's why you're seeking, and you're seeking, and you're seeking. When you seek, it means you lack something. So you can say you are wanting, and you're wanting, and you're wanting. Now ultimately what you're seeking is freedom from want. Will there ever come a time when you don't want to seek anything? You don't want anything. So therefore you want freedom from unhappiness, freedom from insecurity, freedom from lawlessness or badness, adharma, and freedom from all these that you mentioned. Freedom from desires, freedom from seeking. So that is the direction that Shankaracharya is going. So the first, then, having said this, then we latch on to something. So some people will latch on to money. Oh, I know what is my security. I want money. So that's the first attack, he says. So I will sing that. First one he says, Bhajagovindam. Bhajagovindam, Govindam Bhajagovindam. Seek the Lord. When he says seek the Lord is your own Atma. Get to know yourself, or get to know Brahman, which is saying getting to know the Atma. Samprapte sannihite kale nahi rakshyati dukkhan karani. When your time comes, when you go to, in English, when you're going to meet your maker, or when you're going to pass away, then this grammar is not going to help you. So that's the first one. Then, because human beings utilize money as their security. It says, Muda jahihi dhanagama trishna kurusat buddhim manasi vitrishna yalla basay nija karmo patam vittam tena vinojayate. Stop this seeking after money. Yes, you need money, you work hard, you got a career, get your money by good means, not illegally, not cheating, by honest means, and whatever you get, make sure that you're happy with what you receive. You don't have to aspire what your neighbor wants, what he wants, what she wants, and then you have to stress yourself going out of your dharma to obtain it. Then he's mentioning about relationships, members of the opposite sex. Nari stanagara nabhi desha drishtva maga moha vesham etan mansa vasadi vikaram manasi vichinte varam varam. So here we said there's intrinsic tendency, you're born with that, to interact with the members of the opposite sex. That is okay, but don't make this an obsession. Don't hanker all the time after these. As part of your dharma, yes, get married, and obviously, years gone by, the first 25 years were brahmacharya, that you should be dedicated to education, or they used to go to Gurukula. And grahastha ashram, yes, have the house, have the family, and then ultimately you got to get detached. So vanaprastha is one segment, say 25 years, where you start getting a little detached, and finally comes sannyas, where you're giving up basically everything and going for the permanency, going for the infinite, going for that situation beyond which you don't need anything. So that's all it goes. And then it tells you how life is unreliable. You cannot expect that you will keep on living for a long time. Anything can happen to you at any time. Just look here right now, auto accidents, drug-related accidents, shootings, anything can happen. And nobody ever expects that these things will happen, and nobody expects that life will end. Narani dalagata jalamati taralam tatva jivitam atishaya chapalam viddhi vyada bhimana grastam lokam shokahatam cha samastam. So, precariousness of life, uncertainty of the life is explained by a drop of water on a lotus leaf. And I was talking yesterday or the day before that the property of the lotus leaf is that if you drop of water, it doesn't spread, it doesn't smear. It remains a drop. And you pick up the lotus leaf like this and boom, it comes down. You cannot even support or balance it, keep it in the middle. At any time it will fall. Unlike you put water here, it will smear, one drop. Or you put honey, do this, nothing is going to happen. But if you put a drop of water on the lotus leaf, it remains as a drop, you can see round drop. And you pick it up, comes out. So that life is uncertain. So know for sure that you are under the gun of age, of a disease, of even it says shokam, viddhi vyar abhimana also. Even pride can grip you. Then it says about the role of money and how unreliable money is. Yavat vitto uparjan sakta tavan nij parivaran rakta prastha jivati jarjate vartam kopina pruchati gevi. So long you have money, so long you have a stature in life, so long you have position, you are an esteemed member of the society, people will respect, they'll come to your house, they'll praise you, and everybody, my, such a nice man. If they happen to know that you have declared bankruptcy and your health is failing and you're in bad shape, slowly they will just run away from you. So there again is no certainty towards your position or your money. And then it says, that disease that we have no time, I'm working day and night, that is the situation even before. When you are a child, you are engaged in sports, studies, sports, games, watching movies. Then when you are a teenager, you're looking for friendships, going for dates, looking for some relationship, and then fine, do that, nothing else. Then you are getting old, then you start worrying, oh my God, what's happening? What will happen to my children after I go? What's going to happen to this? That state is wasted in worrying. And then he says, for the good Lord, there is no time. No time at any time, from the birth till death. So this, I'm giving you a sort of a little idea of what we're doing. Then he says relationships. You are mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your son, your wife. These relationships in the scheme of things, in eternity, they are temporary relationships. Kate kata kaste putta sansaroyam eva vichitra. Kasya tvam kahamta ayat tvam chinte tadhirata. So that if you, and you know that Atma is eternal, and God is eternal, and that's one and the same thing. So that is our real nature. On the other hand, we are born with a body, mind, senses, intellect. And that product, composite product that you see, that is not eternal. So while you are living in this body, mind, sense, human being, you call it upadhi or jiva, whatever you want to. While he is in this world, he has some relationship. Oh, that's my dad, that's my son, that's my wife, that's my grandchildren. So, and An example is given, two examples I discussed, I think, yesterday, that yes, you are not the jiva. There is difference between the body and the jiva. The jiva was not born to a mother this time. The jiva was born before, went from one birth to another birth, to third birth, to fourth birth, thousand births, and this time he came. And according to the law of karma, whatever actions you did, there are results ensued. And those results, in terms of, we call it sanchita karma, all the actions you did that will come to fruition later on. So I did actions from this time up to here, and I piled up a lot of actions that have not come to fruition. Now some of them will come to fruition this life. Those are prarabdha karma. Some will come long acting, maybe next 2 janmas. So all these sanchita karmas are packed up, and they are going to unfold into results. But some of them are short acting, and this will be called prarabdha karma, which and you're born with prarabdha karma, and that's what you're enjoying, some dukkha, some sukha. The others will come later on in your other births. Keep in mind that total will increase, because even during this life you're doing some karmas. They will keep on accumulating into the sanchita karma. Okay? So then the body keeps on taking birth in the body over and over again till you realize that you are not the body, mind, sense, but you are only one with Atma or Brahman. Then you are released from the body. Otherwise, if you identify that, if you ask me, who am I say, well, you can see I am 5 foot 4 inches, I weigh so much, I'm a physician, all these are attributes related to the body mind. So long you are attached to the body and put the word I to body mind, then body mind will not sustain you. It will sustain you for X number of years. You are seeking something permanent. Then Atma is the I, the real I is the Atma. Till you realize, and that cannot be achieved by any action. Yes, you keep on doing good karmas, you can do all punya, dharma, vrata, everything you do, but that is a cognitive problem. You are identifying yourself with a body and saying I. So long you take that I from the body away and put it into Brahman, then that separation. That takes place only with knowledge. And in order to get that knowledge, not a regular knowledge you get in the books, it's a spiritual knowledge that you can get as a pramana. Pramana means of education, means of instrument from our Shastras, from our Vedas, from our Upanishads, from Bhagavad Gita. So those you have to study to realize that, otherwise you are caught. You know, in India, they extract oil from sesame seeds or something else. And how do they do that? They're either an animal, right? Cow or a bullock, and they sort of blindfold and you go. Then the oil comes out, and the center they put sesame seed or sarson or whatever you put, nariyal, coconut, and the oil is coming out. But either that buffalo who is going round and round is going nowhere in life. He's not making any progress. So we are like that. Punarvijanana, punarnibbana. We are doing it, we have actions, there are consequences, We are still attached, we have desires. I want to be this next time, I want to do this, I want this, I want. So long you want, those desires will only be fulfilled by the body, mind, and the senses. They cannot be fulfilled any other way. So you must take the body to fulfill those desires. Until and unless you keep your mind in such a state that you have no desires, and then you study, then you say, oh, I'm not body, I'm not the mind, I am Atma, which is equating with Ishvara. So this is a short summary I gave you. And how do I start? Did we start at satsang? No. Okay, so today we will start some, I'll give you a background. So we will sing that, satsang.
Yeah, we skipped that yesterday.
Pardon?
We skipped the satsanga from yesterday.
We skipped it?
Yeah, we were in 12 actually. We went to
Okay,
11 and
so but we'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it. I sort of put it in a different context. So it says, satsangatve nisangatvam nisangatve nirmohatvam nirmohatve nischalatatvam nischalatatve jivanmukti. So let's sing this one and then I'll go on the basis of that. Bhajagovindam. The idea of Bhajagovindam you should be able to sing. So in order to go to that self-study or Atman, your mind has to be purified.